All right, let's dig into this problem of the day. Be sure to answer the questions I ask out loud and try your best by thinking deeply about the new strategy we're going to talk about. Okay, what does a representation of this problem need to show? Say it out loud. Yeah, it has to show that we know the area of the poster is 96 square inches, and it's got a width of 4 inches, and we need to figure out the length. So how can we represent if we know the area and length of one side, but not of the other? Say it out loud. Yeah, we could show that as a missing factor problem, right? Because we know that width times length equals area, and we don't know the length. Or we could show it as division, where we have the area of 96 divided by the width, and that would give us our missing length. All right, so we're going to try something new to solve. We're going to try the area model for division. And I got to tell you, some of my students last year loved doing it this way. So for this model to make sense, first we have to think about division as a multiplication problem with a missing factor. So if we're trying to solve the number sentence, 96 divided by 4 equals whatever, something, how can we think about that as a missing factor multiplication problem and why? Go ahead and say it out loud. Yeah, we could think of that as 4 times something equals 96, right? The dividend, this is our total. So in the multiplication number sentence, it has to be our product. The divisor is the groups or the in each group. I'll call it the groups. So that becomes one factor. And the quotient is also the groups or the in each group. And so we know that would be the other factor. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and let's put that missing factor number sentence that we have right here. Let's put that in terms of the area of a rectangle. So what do we know about the rectangle? Say it out loud. Yeah, we know it has a width of 4 and an area of 96. So I'm going to draw a rectangle. Okay. And then I'm going to show the things you just said. I'm going to show that the width is 4 by putting 4. And I'm going to show the area is 96 by writing 96 inside the rectangle. I'm going to put the area in the top left. You'll see why as we go. All right, so when we use the area model for multiplication, did we try to multiply everything all at once? And if not, what do we do instead? Go ahead and say it out loud. Yeah, we used place value, right? And we multiplied each place in our factors. And so we're going to think about place value here too. So what is the largest place value we have in our dividend or our total here? Go ahead and say it out loud. Yeah, it's the tens, right? We have 9 tens. Okay, so let's think, what factor could we multiply our divisor by to get this part of the area? What could we multiply 4 by to get as close as possible to 90? Go ahead and say it out loud. Yeah, we could multiply by 20 because 4 times 20 is 80. 4 times 30 would be 120. That's too much. So I'm going to go ahead and add 20 to my unknown side length. And what should I do to show that 80 of our 96 has been accounted for now with that first factor. Go ahead and say it out loud. Yeah, I can take away 80 from 96, and that means I'm going to have 16 left. And what place value are we working with now? Say it out loud. Right, the ones. We're going to have 16 ones. So I'm going to start a new section of the rectangle and put 16, and now we have ones. Okay, so what question do we ask ourselves again to help us figure out the next part of our missing side length? Say it out loud. Right, we can think, what factor can I multiply my divisor by to get this part of my area? I captured that thinking question right here to help us as we're working today. All right, so what could we multiply our divisor, which is 4 by, to get 16? Say it out loud. Yeah, 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So what do I do with that 4? Say it out loud. Right, I'm going to add it to my side length, and I'm going to take away 16 because 4 times 4 is 16. So those are gone. Great. All right, what's my final quotient and why? Say it out loud. Yeah, 24, right? We have 20 plus 4. That means our final quotient is 24 inches. 4 times 24 equals 96. Okay, go and click on the arrow and move to the next slide.